All right, time to go teach. Hello and welcome to this second episode of Tutor Tutors, where we are going to look at why biology. What's the purpose of actually studying biology? Why is it basically, in most states and most areas, a required course? So that's what our goal is for today. The targets for the day are going to be, first, describe the units of the course, just looking at an overview of all the different topics that we are going to cover. Next, explain why biology is important, why you are actually wanting to learn about biology if you don't have this natural instinct or natural affinity toward biology, if you don't naturally just love biology. So that's the goals for today. The topics, straightforward, introduction to biology. That's what we're doing right now. That's where we're at. We're just going to introduce the different aspects of biology. What do biologists study? And then we're going to go into the scientific method. That's the first unit. Next, we're going to go into biochemistry. If you don't understand a little bit about chemistry, you won't understand biology. That's just the reality of it, so we're going to have to go into a little bit of biochem. Next is cell types and cell parts. So we're going to actually look at the cell. We'll talk a lot about what that is, how they're set up, why they are awesome. Then we're going to go into bioenergetics, which is really about energy use within a different organism or within a different animal or plant or bacteria, whatever it is. Then we go into genetics. That's basically looking at heredity, passing on genetic material from parent to offspring, moving on into evolution, and then closing out this entire video series with ecology. So those are the different units that we are going to cover in this video series. And if your curriculum at your school happens to go in a different order, you don't need to go in this particular order. Just know that every video that you don't have to go in this particular order, but just know this is the order that I'm going to cover all these different units. That's the goal. So, what's the purpose? Why do we actually study biology? Why do we have this course in a curriculum? What's its actual purpose? Well, the first thing is that biology, it impacts all of us. Every single one of us are impacted by biology because we're all alive. And we are alive in a world that around us we're surrounded by life, and the life that's around us impacts us. We impact each other. We have an impact on the life around us. And so all of those biological concepts that are going to be in this course, they impact all of us every day, all the time. And so I think it's really important that you understand a little bit about yourself because you're alive. Next, being scientifically literate will help in understanding the world around us. And basically, I think this is one of the most important things that you can ever learn in any science class out there. This is crucial. If you don't understand how to actually know about the world around you, then you can easily be led astray. There's so much data being thrown at us all the time, so many numbers, and people try to tell you that the numbers mean one thing, and then someone else will say that those exact same numbers mean something else. Well, being scientifically literate will be your key for knowing which aspect is true, or if neither of those individuals are correct, and maybe they're both misrepresenting the data. It's important that you know how to actually analyze the world around you and analyze the data that is being thrown at you, so that way you can go to the next point, which is make wise decisions. You can't make a wise decision if you don't have the actual information. So the goal is through this that you will understand the biological processes, that you will then be able to understand what is true, what is not true that is being thrown at you, and then be able to make a wise decision based upon all of that information that is around. That's the important thing. The goal is to get you to be able to use the information around and use it wisely. I say all of that, but really, the real reason for biology is because biology is awesome. It's the best science out there. It is so cool because you have these little balloons of like goo, and they are factories that make life. You are made up of cells, about 1 trillion cells, and every one of those cells makes life. And that's so cool because it's just these little interactions that make you like you, me like me, the grass and the trees and the frogs and just everything be what it is. That's amazing. And if you don't see how awesome that is, I'm sorry, but I really hope that you're able to just glean in on how great biology really is. In summary, hey, each unit that we're going to go through, and while they might seem like each unit stands on its own, they all rely on each other because they are all based upon a great concept of life. And then, remember, hey, biology, it's awesome. And so I hope that you enjoy the ride that we're about to go on through the rest of this video series. Until next time, be awesome, stay awesome.